Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jocelyn. I'm the owner of Divine Love Bath Co. in Colorado. In my store, I sell things like soap, candles, bath bombs, shower steamers, perfumes, car diffusers, wax tarts. I typically do a couple of different markets on a weekly basis in Colorado, especially during the summertime. Where I live in Montrose, Colorado, I do a year-round one. But for September this year, I'm doing 2 weekend-long events, and so I thought I would take you guys along with me to see how they go. Especially because I don't see, okay, I don't know if it's just my YouTube algorithm, but I get a ton of like all the crochet girlies showing their market vlogs, like a ton of them, but hardly any of us candle makers. And I can't remember the last time we've seen a soap maker show their markets on YouTube. So that's why I thought I would join in and show you guys my markets. Maybe you guys, if you're thinking about starting out, you could learn some lessons from what I'm doing. Maybe in future videos, I could give you more of a detailed tour of my booth and the items that really work for me. Maybe some failed items that haven't worked for me in the past. So let's start out with this market vlog. I will show you what Crested Butte, Colorado looks like because it looks really pretty. I'm just gonna add in a couple of TikToks so you guys can see, and then I will check in with you when I get there. First up this week for my new products is this cashmere soap. So somebody requested at the last market that I actually have a soap scented with cashmere. So I thought it would be cute to do this swirl design and then add in the mica colors on top of like the gold and the rose gold together to make it look like a cashmere blanket in a soap. This is another one of my best sellers that is back. It is a 3-layer. If you see, it has the oatmeal on top and then the white in the middle and then the pure honey in the back. And this is actually dual scented, so it has milk, oatmeal, honey in it, and then along with just a honey on the back. I used a different top layer this time. It really brings out the oatmeal layer. And then new up is this one, which is just a pure honey bee honeycomb soap. This one I think might be my absolute new favorite. So we're calling it Winterberry, and it has actual juniper sprigs in the soap. Juniper sprigs are actually known to be a detoxifier and to help with acne. Also, with this being in the soap, this is going to be a great exfoliant. It kind of has a little bit of a 2-layered approach. I did pour the layers separately to get the juniper to sit on top. And this is scented with Cloudberry, which is one of my most popular scents in the store. So this one really has more of a winter look or a Christmas look, but I just couldn't wait to bring that out. For Halloween, I have these little pumpkin baskets or little ghost baskets, and I also have a Frankenstein basket. And in here is a really tightly packed bath bomb, which you could really treat as bath dust and get a few baths out of it probably, or just submerge the whole thing in the bathtub and everything will just foam out the top, and it will take longer to dissolve in the tub. And then, you also have these cute little reusable containers to use for maybe the kids for Halloween, for them to put some candy in or jewelry in or whatever. I added a new type of car diffuser. I call this one a black ombre since it kind of changes from dark to light from bottom to top. This one is a little bit bigger than my regular car diffuser, which was a rose shape, and I think the guys were feeling a little left out. Car diffusers and candles are more popular with the guys than you would imagine, so I thought that I would get this one. Also, this one is 9 milliliters, or like nine, I think I'm able to fit 9.5 milliliters of Reed diffuser base and the fragrance oil in this one, versus the rose I can only fit about 6 milliliters. I am also coming out with little refill pouches, so I'm going to start taking those with me to the markets, and those will be 10 milliliters. So it'll give the folks with the rose ones a couple of fills, and the ones with this one about one fill. Also, just to note, I got a new Reed diffuser base for these. They have 0% VOCs, no ingredients on the Prop 65 list, no phthalates, no parabens, nothing. So these are definitely healthier for your home than choosing something like a wallflower from Bath and Body Works, which is actually filled with formaldehyde and phthalates. And if you're curious what phthalates are, they affect the reproductive system. So every time you're breathing that in, it is causing issues within the body. There are a few fragrance oils that I use that have one ingredient on the Prop 65 list. Some don't, but I would always be happy to look that up for you. If you have questions, you can always email me on that, and so I can respond and tell you which fragrances do not have anything on the Prop 65 list. This one is actually one of my best sellers. I call it Yin and Yang. It's actually half black charcoal and half shea goat's milk. And I did have this scented with a coconut acai, but I decided to go back with more of a masculine scent on this one. So the scent that I used this time actually smells, well, they call it like shave and a haircut. So it kind of smells very masculine and like you're walking into a barbershop. Good morning, guys. It is still pretty dark outside. I have got some packing to do. I am unfortunately running a little bit later than I thought. I had built in a buffer, so I'll still be okay, but just not the extra time I thought that I wanted. I will see you guys soon. Okay, Colorado is a little nuts. The guy is like, make sure you park off the road. So like, I'm pretty much in someone's front lawn, but as long as you're not blocking a driveway. I guess that's how they say to do this. This place is crazy. Crested Butte is crazy. Okay, we got to get back there and get started. Hey guys, well, I am finally set up. The thing of it is I was half an hour late getting finished, and I kind of knew that that was going to happen because I was just late finding where my spot was going to be. And, you know, it's not really the coordinator's fault because he was helping people. Like, there are some people here that were renting their tents, and it looked like he was still trying to coordinate that. So he was kind of trying to do two jobs at once. So it's not really his fault. Like, two people should have really been doing that job. But I'm going to show you my setup first and then kind of take a quick look around at everything. Maybe I'll do a quick walk of the place. Okay. So first I'm going to show you guys again just this cute little river backdrop. I mean, how can you get any better than that? And now let's go ahead and do the booth tour. So I just did my sign last night to kind of advertise for the bath bombs and the body butter samples. We'll see how that goes. I changed things up today. By the way, you know how I have these black tablecloths? I'm actually just ordered white ones. I feel like as a bath business, I want to look cleaner. So I just ordered white ones, and I'll be using those next week. And then I've got my little Halloween display here and the car diffusers. Here's my candles. I tried to light a candle. It keeps going out. It's very breezy here today. And then I've kind of got the mason jars mixed in with the wax melts and the iridescent candles. This new Cloudberry one I just made this week. There's the smudge candle. And then this is new. I am deciding to promote a full section for my body butter since it is one of the best sellers. So instead of just keeping them behind, especially now that it's cooler going into winter, I'm just going to give them their own section. And then we've got the sugar scrubs, my little checkout stand. And then the soaps are kind of all over the place because I have so many of them. I don't know if I'm going to improve this. Here's my fall bath bombs and my soaps, fall soaps, and then I've got my regular soaps up here. So here's the new cashmere one that I showed you guys. We've got the prickly pear up there. This chamomile one is really good for folks with eczema because it doesn't have any of the ingredients in there that should flare up the eczema further. Same with the African black soap. This one's really good for that. And acne, the winterberry is also really good for acne. There is the bestseller, the oatmeal and honey. This is a new one, the pure honey right here. And the rest of my soaps. And then of course we've got the mini bath bombs as always. And the shower steamers, they're holding down my bags because like I said, it's a little windy here today and the bags want to go flying. So that is it. Let me give you a shot from back here. I think it's gonna look so much better with the white, you guys. Okay, and let's go meet my neighbor.
Hi.
So here is Jacinda.
Hey guys.
And Jacinda, tell me about what you've got here.
So I'm a poet and so I sell books. This is not for resale. I have the actual book here. So I sell books, I do poetry, I sell shot glasses with my poetry book on it, and then I also sell bookmarks in case you need one.
Nice.
Thank you.
Very good. I'm so happy she's my neighbor.
Yay.
Helped me out this morning when I was stressing out. All right, let's look at some of these other vendors. This is my other neighbor. What's your name?
Paul.
Paul. Nice to meet you. Very cool. All right, I'll check in with you guys later once I start making some sales. Nothing yet. And we are about, oh, let me check. We are almost an hour in and nothing yet. So I'll check back in with you guys in a bit. So something else to tell you guys about, my boot, my Uggs.
I think it's so sad. I think it's gonna be simple. I do too. I'm with you, Jane.
Here we go. I am going to, like, my neighbor has some glue, and I am going to attempt to glue this back together right now. So it always has to happen when, like, you're out of town and you don't bring an extra pair of shoes with you. That's when stuff like this has to happen. So adventure for the day. So I will go ahead and get that glued down and see if it will stay on enough to glue back to my boot. All right, so it is 11:07 and still no sales. You guys, I'm really hoping that this like turns around, because this to be here for the weekend was $260. It is my most expensive market, festival, whatever event yet. So I'm like, normally at Montrose I would have had, I don't know, 3 or 4 sales by now. And here it's like nothing, just people looking. So that is a little annoying. I'm not gonna hold back. It's really annoying. So I'll check in with you guys about 12 and we'll see how things go then. Hey guys, just checking in. It is about noon. This event so far is a total bust. I've had, well, 2 sales, but every time, by the way, if you are a vendor using Square, like the little box reader, be aware to watch your payments, because every single day at least one time's out and then I don't get paid and I have to run the thing again. Well, this last one, she bought a car diffuser and she walked away. And then I looked down and it said cancel payment. So I've already lost money on this event, besides the fact that I haven't made back the $260 booth fee for the weekend. I have now lost money on that sale. So there's supposed to be like a like Colorado's version of like a mini Burning Man here tonight. I don't know if I'll go to that. If I do, maybe I'll film it so you guys can see. But like, a lot of people were supposed to be here, and they showed this event as having like these aisles like packed, and that is not what has happened. So it is a real disappointment so far being here, having to drive up to this event 2 hours, and the just the discombobulation this morning with not even being able to figure out where the booth was and how long it took to set up. And now I've made 1 sale 2 hours in. So extremely, extremely, extremely disappointing. I'll check in with you guys in another hour. I don't know why my nose looks so red. I hate the way iPhone makes you look. But I did not want to bring up my $1,600 camera up here. So we don't need an accident with that. So I will check in with you guys later. Hey guys, it is about 1:45. I don't know if you can see the mountains behind me and the town. Like, how freaking beautiful is that? I haven't checked on my total. I think I'm at about $130 right now. They say it might pick up tomorrow. I did hear it might pick up tomorrow with the farmer's market being right here on First Street where I'm walking, right adjacent to where we are. There also isn't great signage, I guess, to our event, so that may account to why it is slow. So we shall see. I'll check in with you guys later. Good morning, guys. So it is the second morning. It is 7:48 a.m. I need to be there in 12 minutes, but it's only like 6 minutes away, so I'm not worried about it. I just have to take the sides off my booth and the front off my booth, and we can get started. Um, a couple of updates. I didn't check in yesterday. I wasn't really feeling that great about things because I only made about $288, which paid for my booth fee back, but it did not pay for the hotel I just showed you or my food yet. So the good news is that the farmers market is going to be right next door to Artem today. And then also the hotel clerk told me last night that the local grocery store is closed. So if people want produce, they like have to come to the farmers market. So that should mean a lot of people getting out in Crested Butte today. So that is a good sign, and I'm going to go in with a positive attitude. I did forget my makeup bag at home, so we are just barefacing it today. My nose did get a little burnt yesterday. My lips are a little bit chapped, but the important thing is I have my winter coat. I have this. My gloves are back at the canopy, but I have these little hand warmer gadgets that I bought off of Amazon, which I will link below if you guys are interested in them. They weren't that expensive. They heat at 4 different levels and they're actually really good. So I will probably be utilizing those this morning as I need warm hands. And let me see, I'm trying to think what else for updates. This is my Starbucks this morning because I don't have time to go find a coffee shop, which is okay. So I just got that out of the vending machine. So at least, I mean, that makes me happy. What else? Last night I went to order a salad and a pizza, and the guy forgot to put the pizza on, so I only got to just eat a salad. So I might be trying this place that I see everyone walking around with called Secret Stash Pizza, and I may make a custom. I was really looking at doing like a butter garlic base with maybe like the mozzarella, ricotta cheese, and artichokes. And I thought there was one other thing I might have picked out. Anyways, it sounded like a really good combination for what I like for pizza. Sorry, I'm really shaking the camera on this. I didn't bring any vlogging equipment with me at all. And so if we do another one, I will definitely remember to bring some of that. Hey, guys, I didn't even remember to bring my makeup to this one. So that is, but you know, here in Colorado, people don't care so much about your makeup. It's not like LA, it's not like Phoenix. So very laid back and chill here. So I will check in with you guys in a little bit and let you know how the event is going today. If I make all my money back, if I make an extra profit, I am just wishing for the best. I will see you guys later. Hey guys, a couple of things I didn't mention this morning. I also forgot my contact lenses, so you're going to see me in my beautiful prescription sunnies all day long. And it froze this morning, like it got down to 30 degrees. So we are about to see how my product did, if anything got damaged, because I've never really left it all that cold. Okay, so I just started opening the tent. Let's go and take a look. Yeah, everything looks to be fine. Okay, that worked out really well because I was not about to pack all this up last night. All right, I'll check in with you guys later. Hi guys, so I am back home now. It is about 4 days after the event ended. I was honestly seriously wiped out from this event. I have been working on some stuff since I've been home for my next event in Glenwood Springs coming up in a few days, but I've also been resting quite a bit because I really hustled in the weeks before I went to Crested Butte. And that was such a disappointment to have it turn out the way it did. So I'm thinking with this event, which is a handmade Colorado makers only in Glenwood Springs, I'm thinking with this event that I am not going to hustle as hard. I'm going to try to enjoy it more. I do have a lot of stuff wrapped and prepared already. I had extra stock for that one just in case. So I'm pretty prepared for Glenwood Springs. So, like I said, I'm just gonna continue to kind of take it easy, get this video edited for you guys. And all right, so shall we go over some numbers? Well, first, before we do that, let me talk about a couple of things at Crested Butte. So, first of all, both of my Uggs ended up falling apart. The bottoms just came off. Now, there is still enough like padding on the bottom of the Uggs without the rubber sole where you can still walk around with them, but you feel every tiny little rock under your foot. And we were in a parking lot where there were a lot of tiny little rocks. So that was super annoying. I did look into possibly repairing those shoes. I try to do that whenever I can. I'm the type of person that darns my socks if I can. But when I did a search on YouTube, there was someone fixing them with cement glue, which would cost $30, and it'd be $60 for a new pair of Uggs. So I went ahead and purchased a new pair, and I'm going to keep my old pair as kind of like an outdoor pair of slippers, if that kind of makes sense. So that was the number one thing that was super annoying. Number two, I completely forgot my toiletries bag at home. Like I said, this is my first market trip away from home. So I think I was just super concerned with making sure I had everything packed for the market, that I remembered my clothes bag, but not my toiletries bag. So I didn't have any makeup with me. I didn't even have contacts with me. I had to basically like get through the day without, well, with like, half vision. So that was super annoying, but I went in with a positive outlook anyway, and it kind of paid off because on Sunday I did do more for that was a 5-hour event. Usually I do 4, but I did more dollars in that event than I ever have. So that's a good thing. Just not really impressed with the rest of the numbers, and let me tell you why. Okay, so here's where we were at. The biggest seller were my body butters, and here's what one of them looks like. I have them priced at $16 each. I do have minis as well, but I normally don't sell these unless people like really ask for them or they're looking for just a travel size or something. So that came in at $360. The next biggest item was my bath bombs, and I did have my Halloween bath bombs with me. The Jack Skeletons did well. I think a Sally or two sold. I think a couple of zeros sold. So the Nightmare Before Christmas did really well. But then this total also includes my mini bath bombs, which I sell by the bag, fill the bag for $11. So that came in at $203. The next biggest seller was the soap, $79. Now that's pretty typical for how my markets go, except my car diffusers usually are up there pretty high. And I only sold 6 during this entire event. So that was only at $42. Candles as a whole, $57. Shower steamers, $40. Sugar scrub, I only sold 1, $6. And wax melts, $45. And I do have my wax melts at buy 3, get 1 free. So, and I have them priced really well this year at $5. I might end up putting that price up to more match what Scentsy has theirs at. And it's so funny because a lady asked me if my wax melts will burn longer than Scentsy. And I am definitely going to be ready to inform people in the future that buying my wax melts is not necessarily, although I do load them up with fragrance and they should smell equally as long. I haven't tested one against the other. They should smell just as good for just as long. But the benefit to buying from a small business owner is we're not using paraffin wax loaded with petroleum. We're not using products that have formaldehyde in them. We're not using anything with phthalates or parabens. So
It's much healthier to be burning our wax melts or our candles because of the type of wax and high-end fragrances that we use. So for the event, I made about $831. Now that sounds good until you start taking off the expenses. So take off $260 for the event fee, the booth fee itself, $160 for the hotel, about $40 for food. I don't remember exactly what it came in at, but I think that's about where it was. And so you're looking at about $460 in expenses. So that means I only made $371 to go away for the weekend. So that was quite a disappointment because I could have done my 2 same local markets that I always do and actually make more money. Would I do this event again? No. And I'll tell you why. And I'm not necessarily blaming the event coordinator. I am going to be working with him again next week. Don't have anything against working with him. He was hard to find when I first got there, but I think that's just, part of the chaos now that I know what he looks like. I think it'll be easier when I go to Glenwood Springs on the next one. But I will tell you what I was disappointed in. The town of Crested Butte themselves told the coordinator that he could only have so many signs on the street to tell the people where the art festival was. So you saw, if you're heading into town, you're going past all the streets and we're way up at the end in a parking lot. So we're not even on a blocked off street. If we were on a blocked off street, I think that would be much better, easier to find. We're up a little bit behind the farmer's market and in a parking lot. So Crested Butte said you can only have 7 signs or something, and he would have been prepared to put out 20. So the signs started at the beginning of the town, but then kind of just stopped. And so I don't know if a lot of people didn't find us because of that. So, I'm really disappointed in Crested Butte. I mean, we were there to give them more tax dollars, so why not allow us to put out some more signs to let people know that we're there? I mean, is their aesthetic really that important that anyways, that was my disappointment of the trip. And obviously the fact that my shoes broke and I didn't have a backup pair of shoes and that I didn't have any makeup that day. But anyways, you guys, the next vlog, I'm going to go ahead and do some footage of me preparing stuff. So we'll do a preparation and a market vlog, and I will see you in that one. Please like and subscribe. Thanks.